Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back, and we are just going to do a quick cutscene. I was playing on my own, and we were infiltrating Bunker Hill, kind of like the mission that we saw we were going to do in the last episode. I saved all of the escaped synths, all four of them, and I was told to meet Father on top of this rooftop in CIT. I started the gameplay and realized that it was kind of important and beneficial to the story, so I figured I would bring you along with me. So Father, this looks like some, intense anime scenery. I feel like I've seen this in an anime before, right before, you kill your father, or, he commit suicide or something, So, let's see what Father has to say to us.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me.
Every
Both
time
of
I'm
us,
doing something
really.
important, they decide to move on. If you guys can hear that, I'm so sorry.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive.
Yeah, but if your
and
parents were
safe
filling that
within the
role,
vault.
they killed your
I'll admit
mom.
it.
That made no sense.
When I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only
You
do
released
so,
me?
but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Thanks.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended.
T.
Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts.
I'm a fucking
I had
experiment
no
to
idea
you?
what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me. Would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
This is science to you? It's pathetic, all of it.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Perhaps in time you'll see it differently. Soon, I hope. I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A
How?
future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us.
Obviously.
Would you care to explain what happened?
I, didn't do what you wanted me to. I let them go.
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Why? Why would you do something so stupid?
Fuck off.
They were afraid. They didn't want to come back here.
Afraid? They're machines, artificial. They're incapable of being afraid. This was such a simple task. I just don't understand. I know you're capable of handling yourself. How can I expect you to represent the Institute if this sort of thing continues?
Oh my gosh, what do I do, guys? Because, I'm supposed to help the railroad. They told me to continue working with Father, but I don't want to.
Let's not forget our roles here, son. At the end of the day, I'm still your father.
I am acutely aware of our positions. I am also not a child. And I have a tremendous amount of responsibility for the Institute.
You may actually be completely crazy.
Well, I suppose that makes your position.
Well, I
quite
made my
clear, doesn't
position,
it?
I guess. I did not know that I was going to make
I hope
that.
you could be something like a family again. I hope you shared our vision for the future. I'm afraid there's no room for sentimentality, Father. If you are not with us, then you are against us. Whatever you do going forward, do not interfere with the Institute's plans. I hope you can find some amount of peace.
Why do I want to kill him?
So that's it. We're done then.
Goodbye, Father.
I failed the Battle of Bunker Hill? Was I not supposed to? Oh, I am now enemies with the Institute. Fantastic. I have to return to the Institute to get banished? Okay, let's do it. Shit. Well, I wasn't really sure what to do at that point. Kinda didn't want to be on his side anymore. Kinda makes me sick. I failed everything? No! Should I... Oh, shit. Should I start over? I can change this. Hold on, let's change this.
Hey, mind if we talk now?
Of course.
Of course. What's up?
Look, I needed to mention, just you taking care of Bobby. I ain't proud of having to put you through that. That sort of dictatorial shit ain't usually my style.
She tried to dupe us both. Dealing with her was the right move.
True, but it doesn't change the fact that she's out of the picture because of us. Hell, that sort of bull's the whole reason I became mayor in the first place. Some ass named Vic ran the town for I don't know how long before that. Guy was scum. Used us drifters like his own personal piggy bank. He had this goon squad he'd use to keep people in line. Every so often he'd let them off the leash, go blow off some steam on the populace at large. Folks with homes could lock their doors, but us drifters, we got it bad. There was one night, they cracked
Hey, hold on, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip this.
You can't blame yourself.
You're right, but it was still spineless. I felt like less than nothing. Afterwards, I got so high, I blacked out completely.
Holy crap, really?
When I finally came to, I was on the floor of the old state house, right in front of the clothes of John Hancock. John Hancock, first American hoodlum. I might have still been high, but those clothes spoke to me, told me what I needed to do. I smashed the case, put him on, started a new life as Hancock.
Well, I was gonna
After
skip
that,
this,
I
but then
cleaned
now
for a
I
bit,
know
got
the
organized.
reason he
Convinced
is who he
Cleo
is.
to loan me some hardware. Got a crew of drifters together and headed out into the ruins. Started training. Next time Vic's boys went on their tear, we'd be ready for them.
The fact that you're standing here and Vic isn't would suggest things went well?
Oh yeah. So the night of, we all got loaded. Let Vic's boys get good and hammered. Burst from the windows and rooftops where we'd been hiding. They never even saw it coming. We didn't have to fire a shot. We didn't have to. But we sure fucking did. It was a massacre. Once we'd mopped up, we strolled right into Vic's quarters in the State House, wrapped a rope around his neck, and threw him off the balcony. And there I am, gun in hand, draped in Hancock's duds, looking at all the people of Goodneighbor assembled below. I had to say something. That first time I said them, they didn't even feel like my words. Of the people, for the people, was my inaugural address. became Mayor Hancock of Good Neighbor that day. And from then on, I vowed I'd never stand by and watch. Ever again.
And you're never gonna have to. We'll take care of the Commonwealth together.
Good. I just hope you get where I was coming from. I ain't out to bring harm to anyone that didn't earn it. Though I'm getting the distinct idea you got the same plan. Well, you probably heard enough of me running my mouth for one day. Wanna get moving?
Okay, so I'm glad that we know that story, but let's go back and not fail everyone. Let's go back to the rooftop and not fail everyone. Okay. Loading. I don't know how I managed to do that. Well, hey, you know what? Now we know what happens when you, well, you don't pick their side too early. Because I just failed everyone and basically lost the main storyline, so. Oh, crap. Okay, wait. No, too far. Hold on, let me reload again. I didn't pick the right moment. Let's try that again so we don't fail the whole game. Let's try that again so we can keep on playing. I'm just gonna kind of skip some stuff, guys, since we kind of already just witnessed a lot of it.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute.
Excuse me?
Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It wasn't always like this. It used to be different.
I can only imagine. Standing here, I'm reminded. I know that to you, I was both of us, really.
They left me on ice.
They did. And I was the perfect. Well, the Institute, it only made sense, I'll admit, to not only do something extraordinary.
So it was you.
Yes. Certainly it was no longer necessary. An experiment. I had no... With the Commonwealth, perhaps most...
That's all this is to you?
No, that's not all. Soon, I hope. A future which I hope is... Bunker Hill did not go well for us.
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this, they had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion, but this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute.
Okay,
I'd
I
like you
fixed
to
it.
join me inside.
Thank God.
The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting.
Level up! Yay!
Son.
Okay, thank God I fixed that, because that just messed up a whole bunch of things. While we're at it, I have been waiting to be level 30 for this one, because I'm always over encumbered, and I like to just completely load myself up and then travel and sell it all. So, yay! We did it! Okay. Alright, just a few. I have to get ready for work soon, so let's just do the meeting and then we'll stop there. Okay, where am I supposed to go? To the Institute. To the Institute. Each installment of the U.S. Covert Op Training Manual you collect at a rank in the infiltration perk will grant you a slight increase to your sneak attack. Sorry, my microphone is doing some things.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back. Just as you gave life, he gave life to me.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
You are walking way too slow for me, man. Whenever you're ready, sir. Take your time. Please tell me you're going here. Please tell me you're not, like, going down there. Oh, thank God.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
In this world, I'm sure a compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. That time is over. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
That's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not
Because I
overly
killed
fond of
him.
putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please,
I don't know why, but I
everyone,
kind of saw that
please.
coming.
I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute
Kind of
cannot
saw it
survive
coming
without
because,
leadership.
like, why would you
The
release me
Directorate must
now
continue to govern with the best
when you're gonna
interests of
die
all
and you want to
in
meet me
mind.
before you
To that
die?
end,
Like, that's kind of what I
I
don't know. When
named
he
my
saw that,
father
said it
as
on
my
the roof, it
successor.
kind of made sense.
Oh, boy. You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He
Fuck
isn't even
off.
a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard.
Could turn them around,
This
make them
will
good.
conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Wow, that was a lot. Well, I have to go. Please leave a comment down below if you guys are like just shook by this horse storyline. If not, like, I don't know, leave a comment down below about a game that I have that we should play. And subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.